Man, I just miss the days where you would get back home from a long day, sit down and start playing some Modern Warfare 3 or even some Black Ops. Problem is, in our current day, you even touch a pixel of a lobby in Black Ops and you are flooded with nothing but hackers and some real corny ass cheaters. Players that cheat at video games are the worst, but now imagine instead of a separate human playing the game against you, the game itself is cheating against you. Well, that's fucked up. In today's vid, we're gonna be looking at characters in games who can't even follow the rules of their own universe and instead do everything in their power just to keep you from completing your own damn save file. It's just big, nasty, and these are the top 10 cheating ass bitches in games. Help me make it out the hood by liking, commenting, subscribing if you enjoy the video. I cannot go back to jail. I did my nickel, my penny, and my dime. I gotta get my family out. I just made it out. I'm not going back. Number 10. Everyone at least once in their life when they were little or when they were older babysitting a child has played with that one kid who just makes everything up as they go.
I have a force field that blocks everything. Now you can't stab me because I turned my body into an uncuttable metal.
Okay, well I have a sword that could cut any metal, and I just cut your arm off.
Oh yeah, well I can grow my arm back, and whenever I do it, it makes a big explosion, and now you're dead. I win.
That is not how you play this game, Timmy! This is no fun! Well, when you play South Park The Fractured Behold, that is exactly what you get with the human kite. This cheating bitch has a book of excuses for why your character's attacks don't count and has more micro rules than a Spanish household. If his asthma acts up, he gets a shield and you can't hit him. If you hit him too much, he cries and gets an extra turn. If you hit him while he's not paying attention, he gets health back because it didn't count. It gets worse the second go round because he will literally snitch to Kyle's mother so she could step in because he's losing. That is not how you play this game, Kyle! This is no fun! Number 9. Undertale's a very unique game in that you don't battle in the physical plane with your strength or might, but instead defend your soul from whatever goats, frogs, and deadly sunflowers cross your path in this little square by dodging anything and everything that comes your way. Until you meet Sans, because what this little hooler likes to do is stretch the square and slam my little heart against the parameter of my inner conscience. Leave my little heart alone, man. Let me just dodge you out in peace. If that wasn't bad enough, then this cheating bitch upgrades to a lying dickhead as well, because eventually Sans will beg for mercy. Give him that mercy, and he will immediately stab you in the back and make it rain on your soul. Look at everything he has to do to mimic a fraction of the power of my little Simpsons character. Number 8. Already I'm breaking the rules to my own list, but like I literally just said right there, it's my own list, so do me a favor and hold a cold one. Is there a bigger cheater than an RPG protagonist in a literal sense? Your Commander Shepherds, your Jokers, your Wardens, lines of romantic interest lining up one after the other trying to be the apple of your character's eye, while your character is just too busy laying the Mac down, smack down, shagging one, turning around, and piping the next one after the other. Look at all the bodies Joker has to deal with. There's high school girls, an adult fortune teller, a middle-aged detective, and even his damn teacher. Keep that baby cannon in your pants. There was no one meant more for the streets than these unloyal, unfaithful RPG MCs. These guys would make Leisure Suit Larry look at them and judge. Number 7. We always talk about hackers being the main cheaters, but what about people who play a character or pick a weapon that's so clearly broken? Especially a character who was so busted that they changed an entire game's meta and structure. Brigitte knew exactly what she was doing when she got dropped onto Overwatch for the first couple weeks. A free stun every 5 seconds that could go through barriers, armor that lasted forever, and free armor given to allies on overheal, and essentially 800 health with her shield. And the shield, the double shield meta, not the double shield meta. This mademoiselle had no counter picks in a game that was contingent on its counter picks. No counterplay, no ways to combat her that wasn't picking Brigitte yourself. She dominated everybody in her wake like some kind of Doomslayer God of War hybrid, and she is a cheating bitch along with anybody who picked her. Number 6. So far we've had some pretty annoying characters, but hey, At least it's not like they're reading your mind. Until you make it up the Street Fighter ladder and come across Gil for the first time. Or you make it to Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat 2 and he tears you a new hole. Bro, he knows what I'm gonna do before I even do it, man. It's like he's inside my head. And you would be exactly correct because they do know everything you're gonna do, but it's not because they're in your head, but instead because they are reading your inputs and acting accordingly. This happens in different farting. Oh my god, farting. This happens in different fighting games as far as the eye can see, as if these bosses weren't hard enough for button mashers like me. Now these cheating assholes read precisely what buttons I'm mashing and tosses me around for free. How the hell am I supposed to win against that?
Number 5.
Some games are already hard enough to play when they are fully finished, but sometimes fighting a boss fight or an enemy you get a really annoying glitch that just breaks your spirit and ruins the immersion. This character is that times 11 on steroids. Or perhaps another drug would have been appropriate there. Snoop Dogg over here seems fine at first until you run into the glitchy bullshit that is Sonic 06. Silver will literally throw your character into an invisible wall and he will pick you up and slam your ass again, giving you no room for error. And don't let him catch your ass in the air or he will have you looking like Kirby. If he catches you once, you might as well put your controller down. And if he catches you outside the map, you might as well just turn the game off. Hell, while we're at it, throw anyone who uses Sonic in multiplayer and takes full advantage of his busted, infinite, unlimited gem abilities to win a race, especially if the other person is playing slow-ass three-legged Silver. Damn cheating bitch.
Number 4.
The Nyx is pretty bad. I mean, that boss has 14 different phases. If you're fighting him, clear your plans for the whole day. And if you die fighting it, clear your plans for the whole week. But you'll be hard-pressed and mega-checked to find a more annoying cheap boss than Akumura's boss fight in his palace. The boss fight seems fine at first until you reach the 3rd phase and come across these stupid green robots. One of them will always have a defense buff no matter what, meaning they will always have more health than the other 3 robots you're fighting, but fail to kill all of them in the same turn, and the robots will either self-destruct or run away. But if you don't kill all 4 before then, he will just spawn 4 and repeat the process all over, and you will never progress to the next phase. Did I also mention you have a 30-minute time limit? This is all with no warning, meaning if you came with the wrong party or didn't have the proper personas equipped, then you're screwed like chicken fried rice on a morning night. Then you get 3 phases after those to scramble and try and beat the time before Akumura makes you the meat in his burger patty. This boss is nothing but frustratingly cheap and a complete cheater.
Number 3.
Remember all the fighting game bosses I brought up? Sure, they read your inputs, but that just means it can't get any worse than that, right? Well, this character is so bad that he needed his own damn slot in this list. Not only does Magneto read your inputs, but he does a lot more than that. His super meter constantly refills, meaning he can just throw supers at you like candy falling out of a piñata. He can fly forever, summon force field that make him invincible, and has an unblockable, nigh undodgeable move called the Hyper Grab that pulls you towards him, leading to a guaranteed combo every time. Holy hell, am I fighting Magneto or Kyle on the playground again?
Number 2.
Boxing is a fun sport to watch, but it also got a lot of rules in place to protect both competitors. It makes sense though, you don't want your fighters killing themselves in the ring. Well, someone must have forgot to tell the World Video Boxing Association, because win the title with poor little Mac and his opponents just start doing whatever the hell they want. Wearing padded headgear, manhole covers protecting their bellies, or damn spiked gloves attached to a rope. What the hell happened to this esteemed fighting league? Why doesn't Little Mac just start bringing a gun to the ring? Because at this point, I'm pretty sure it's allowed. Mr. Sandman's looking at me funny, so before I say any other negatives and get punched out, let's walk down the Hall of Shame and recap our top 10 cheating ass bitches. Number 10, the Human Kite. Number 9, Sans. Number 8, every RPG protagonist. Number 7, Brigitte and everyone who played her. Number 6, fighting game bosses. Number 5, Silver. Number 4, Akumura and all his stupid ass robots. Number 3, Magneto. Number 2, everyone in Punch-Out.
Number 1.
We've looked at some people who have done whatever it takes to win today, and like they say, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. But at least the Tom shittery is contained within the game. But that can't be said with this last choice. Psycho Mantis from Metal Gear Solid will read your save files and game card before your fight with him, and that's not even the end of it. Nah, that's not even the beginning of it, because during the fight, your screen will frequently flicker to black like he's messing with your TV's port and signal. And don't even bother trying to attack him, because he will have an answer for everything you do, since he knows everything you are gonna do. Until you change your controller's port into the second slot. That's right, you cannot win this boss unless you switch your controller's port, in which case, afterwards you could go to town on his corpse. This cheating motherfucker messes with you in such a way that is unseen in games that it is actually respectable. For being a character that actually forces me to stop being a lazy bum and get up from the couch, walk all the way to my system, and change the port of my controller, I have got no choice but to label you as the biggest cheating bitch of all time.